Today we are going to talk about vocabulary for the article U.S. Citizens' Rights and Responsibilities. Our first vocabulary phrase is Declaration of Independence. The Declaration of Independence is a document declaring the United States to be independent of the British Crown, signed by the congressional representatives of 13 states, which used to be called colonies. Do you remember when we read, "Can't you make them behave, King George?" At the end of the Revolutionary War, we signed the Declaration of Independence, declaring ourselves free from the royal rule. Our next vocabulary word is democracy. It's a system of government by the whole population, which means everyone who lives here, or all of the eligible members of a state, typically through elected representatives, which is why you see the voting pins in the background. It's important that we all vote when we turn 18 and on in the rest of our life to make sure that our values and ideas are represented. When we take an oath of allegiance, we are promising to be true to something or someone. For example, we pledge an oath of allegiance to the American flag each morning. This means we pledge to be loyal to the United States of America and to be the best version of an American we can possibly be. The Supreme Court is the highest judicial court in a country or state. Let's pause for a minute and think about the word judicial. Judicial comes from the word judge. So, the Supreme Court is the organization that is the final say. They get to tell us if a law is good for our country or if they're going to strike down a law that they don't think is fair. Instead of the word fair, they use the word constitutional. Our nation was built on the Constitution. The Constitution tells us about what laws we should have in the United States. The Supreme Court makes sure that all of our laws in our nation match the Constitution. Have you ever heard someone say, "What's the verdict?" A verdict is a judgment made in a court. When I say, "What's the verdict?" I'm probably saying it very casually. In other words, I'm saying, "What did you decide?" In a court, an official decision is called a verdict. Is someone guilty or not guilty? Is a law constitutional or unconstitutional? The verdict lets us know.